So hold on, Japanese machinery made in America, and we're saying that they're Chinese.
Yes. I know some facts about fortune cookies.
And I know how to make them.
So let's teach each other.
Perfect.
Cool. Wait, can I tell you a story real quick?
Sure.
It's 2005, the Powerball is at $25 million, and you're eating takeout for the third night in a row. You break open a fortune cookie and it reads, all the preparation you've done will finally be paying off. The lucky numbers are 22, 28, 32, 33, 39, 40. You play them because why not? And you win second place along with 109 other people. The lottery investigates and learns that everyone played the lucky numbers from the same fortune. If only you'd played 42 instead of 40, you'd have hit the jackpot.
That's crazy. How did fortune cookies come to the US?
Well, let's go back to 1983.
San Francisco and Los Angeles are facing off in court, sort of. It's just a mock trial to determine who invented the fortune cookie. You see, San Francisco claims that, prior to World War I, Makoto Hagawara, a Japanese immigrant and the landscape designer of the Japanese tea garden in Golden Gate Park, would serve the cookies to visitors. Los Angeles argues that David Jung, a Chinese immigrant and founder of the Hong Kong Noodle Company, invented the cookies, which it's been said were called fortune tea cakes. The judge chooses San Francisco, but doesn't weigh in on whether they're Japanese or Chinese. 1981. Yang Lee, a Korean immigrant, patents the Fortune 3, the world's first fully automated fortune cookie machine. This is a huge step forward for fortune cookie production, but it's not the first machine. 7 years earlier, Edward Louis, owner of the Lotus Fortune Cookie Company, invents the first machine that can place a fortune in the cookie and fold it up.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So making fortune cookies is actually fairly easy. The first thing we're gonna do is add egg whites and then vanilla. So you're just gonna whisk it until frothy. So next add the flour and we're gonna sift that into the bowl. Sugar. Yeah, pinch of salt. And next we're going to combine it all with a spatula. And this is kind of similar to making macarons, like that's about the texture we're gonna get. Once it's paste-like, we're gonna add a little water. And I found that it takes about 3 tablespoons, but you should add it gradually. The batter should loosen up a bit and fall with ribbons like that. Look how beautiful.
Nice.
So then you have 2 options. You can do this with a rimmed cookie cutter to give you some guidelines, or just take a tablespoon and eyeball it. The other important thing to note is that you can only make 2 at a time. Basically, that's just because if you make more, they'll just firm up into cookies rather than being able to be folded into fortunes.
It's the 1950s. Babies are booming, Elvis is singing, and by the end of the decade, Americans are cracking over 250 million cookies a year. Chinese restaurants are handing out fortune cookies all across the country. World War II is over, and fortune cookies are going national. As soldiers return from the Pacific, they pass through West Coast Chinese restaurants before heading home, where they request the relatively unheard of cookies from very confused restaurant owners. They oblige, place orders, and the cookies spread all over the country. Now, around the same time, the Office of Price Administration removes Chinese fortune tea cakes from its control list, which means fortune cookies are Chinese, right?
To make a fortune cookie, you've got to work pretty quickly. Take a fortune, fold it over, and then fold it in half. Voila, pop it in the little muffin tin.
All right, let me try. I believe in me.
I believe in you too.
No, I don't. I don't believe in you.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Oh, that's hot.
Ooh. Okay, quickly. Yes. Yes, look at it.
I can live with that.
We've got so many more to go.
Let's do this.
On February 19, 1942, Franklin Delano Roosevelt authorizes Executive Order 9066, which allows for the forcible relocation of Japanese Americans to internment camps. This order would not be lifted for 3 years, causing many Japanese businesses to close. Chinese business owners step in to satisfy the increased demand for Chinese food. Prior to the war, some Chinese restaurants are owned by Japanese families. There's very little demand for traditional Japanese cuisine at the time, so to make a living, some people open Chinese restaurants. Some small Japanese influences are able to work their way in. 1914. Makoto Hagawara reportedly introduces the fortune cookie to the US, though it is called senbei, which can be translated from Japanese to cracker. He presents them to the guests at Golden Gate Park with the help of a local sweet shop. But the fortune cookie didn't just come from nowhere. Kyoto, home of Sujiura Senbei, the possible precursor to the fortune cookie. It's darker, larger, and the fortune is tucked into the knuckle, but the shape is the exact same. Researchers have found documentation of the cracker as far back as the early 1800s. And that's it. That's where some people think the fortune cookie comes from.
All right, so we tried to recreate Sujiura senbei, and we couldn't because...
It was impossible to find a recipe. We searched all over the internet, we got Tasty Japan involved, and we just couldn't find a recipe. But we do know a few things about them. We know that they have miso, and they have sesame. They're less sweet, they're more on the savory side, but we really couldn't track down a recipe. So this is, you know, our interpretation.
Darn.
I know.
Next time.
Next time
we'll take a trip.
Great.
3,
2,
1. Oh, God.
You are a queen.
Everyone is fighting their own battles.
Oh, I like mine better.
That yours is better.